Hello everyone, my name is Nafiz and you're watching the Vision 2030. So in this video, we are going to discuss about research which has been successful this month. That's the lab meat. Yes, I'm speaking about the meat which has been developed successfully in the laboratory, in the in vitro conditions. It's like we know that. So many of you who are watching my video, maybe a meat eater, so maybe the non-vegetarians, and even there are some who are vegetarians, there are some maybe vegans also, those who are opposed consuming the animal food. But in this video there is a good news for all these categories, whether you are a non-vegetarian, vegetarian or a vegan. The thing is, so traditionally, as we consume the meat from different animals like sheep, chicken, or from the cow, ox, according to a survey conducted by Food and Agriculture Organization of US, the demand for the food, especially demand for the meat, is going to rise in the next few years, and the supply is going to get decreased. So in such a case, it's very important to find an alternative. As you know that meat is a very rich source of protein, it's very important for the body to get those proteins. So what is the alternative? What's the alternative? So 2 years back there was an alternative found in many countries. Actually the research was going on and it has been found and it has successfully been implemented. That's there is the plant meat, in the sense the substitute for the protein which is available in meat like in chicken or the beef. Such proteins being grown in some plants, in the plant product, which can supplement the similar protein. But now there is a still better option, we had got it. And finally the Singapore has became the first country to allow the lab made meat to be supplied, to be served in the restaurants. The first country, and the first time in 2020, the first time in the history it has happened in this month, that a lab meat being supplied, and from this Saturday it will be available in the restaurant. So those who wish to have this lab meat, they can go to Singapore this Saturday and start having it. Okay, so let's know what is this lab meat is about, and how can it be better, in the sense how can that supply the demand, or in the sense what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages of this lab made meat, that we are going to discuss in detail in this video. So this laboratory chicken, or we even call it as cultured chicken, so that is being made by using the living cells from the animal and being cultured in the laboratory. So usually you might have known about the plant tissue culture, where a simple a cell from a plant being taken and grown into a full-fledged plant. So in the same way, what's been done here is by taking a cell, say a cell from the cow muzzle of a cow or the ox being taken, and that cell being grown, cultured inside a laboratory by providing the required condition for that cell. And further what happens is the full muzzle being grown, the meat, the major part. So again so the one thing is, the most all the meat what has been made here will be boneless. Those who loves to eat the meat without the bone, something like boneless, those who don't want kebab mein haddi, so they can have that complete meat which is grown in the laboratory condition. So that is how the laboratory chicken, or the cultured meat, or the laboratory meat, whichever the meat it might be, the chicken or the beef or the mutton, whatever been prepared in the laboratory condition. Okay, so now coming on to what are the pros and what are the cons, and what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages of this. So let's look at the advantages of this. The advantage is the demand can be supplied, in the sense, as I said you, according to a survey of the US, the demand is going to rise of the meat and the supply is going to reduced. So in such case, we can supply that meat supplement by this laboratory meat. Okay, that's the one thing. Second thing is, for when these animals, whether it is chicken being grown in the poultry or it might be in the dairy, all those things, the cows, all those things which has been grown for the purpose of meat, that will lead to lot of usage of natural resources, that may cause some pollution by their livestock, and the further it may cause some pollution. All these can be reduced as this will be developed in the laboratory. Okay, and the next thing is, for setting up the this dairies, poultries, a huge land will be used, and this can be done in the laboratory condition freshly, and we need not to have some large land mass which is used for growing these kind of animals for the purpose of food. That too is not required. And the next thing, where many will be offended by slaughtering of animals for the purpose of food, many animal activists, the vegans, and many people who are politicizing of killing some animals for the purpose of food, they all will doesn't have any complaint now, as the animals will not be slaughtered, and without slaughtering an animal we get the same food we get it in the laboratory. So that's an advantage. So there are many advantages of this. Okay, then as you know that whichever, if anything has an advantage, will definitely has a disadvantage too. So the disadvantage is, it's difficult to accept by the society, as you know that so many people questions whether this is accepted traditionally or religiously, in the sense it is not from an organism, not from an animal, or not from a plant. The question may arise in many people's mind, and they doesn't go for opting something like which is from the laboratory. But let me tell you, this will be grown in almost similar condition. It will be taken from a living animal only, without harming it, without slaughtering it, without cutting it. A cell will be taken, and that cell is what will be grown inside an animal or inside a body itself. Instead of that, it will be grown in the laboratory, okay, for the food purpose. So that's the thing. And second thing is, it's see, at present, in the beginning it seems to be very costly, as it is grown in the laboratory condition. Obviously it will be costly, it will not be affordable by everybody. But but in few years, in case if this comes into the market and many people start consuming it, then what happens is, the large scale production of this meat will be initiated, and the cost is going to reduce much, as the setup, as the technology process proceeds. What happens is, the process of making it is going to be less costly, then even in the market it will be available for low cost. So that definitely is going to happen, as you know the technology is so fast nowadays. Okay, then a few more good things are that it's biologically completely same as what we get from the live animal. Okay, it's biologically completely same, there is not much difference. So in the sense, then the protein supplement what we used to get from that, we will get it as it is same. So there is no problem of that nutrition. Then the second thing is about taste is a question mark. So people go with the taste, many people go with the taste. If it is tastier, like the other animal what we get from the traditional meat, so obviously people choose it based on the taste. So as I said you that in Singapore, the world's first laboratory meat been allowed to serve in the restaurant, that's been tasted by few people, and especially the journalists, and they reported that tastes so good as it tastes the traditional meat. So the taste and nutrition is not a questionable thing. The questionable thing is only about the affordability, that's about the cost. That also sooner it is going to be reduced. But people ethically morally whatever they think about consuming the meat, laboratory meat, that should get cleared, whether that can be, that's permissible or not. That's the major thing what those people who think of that. Then one, the biggest advantage of this laboratory meat is it will be disease free. In the sense, you know that when many diseases, when many new diseases comes up into the world, in the sense comes up into the society, what happens, the first thing which will get the bad name is the chicken. So usually you might have heard of many infection, many diseases being spread through the chicken meat, chicken. So that is not a questionable thing here at all, because it's been grown in the laboratory condition. There are no chance of entering any pathogens into it. The bird flu, or there are many different diseases where you might have heard of spreading from the chicken, spreading from the fowl, spreading from the birds. That's not a questionable thing at all. Obviously in the laboratory all will be tested and it will be developed in the in vitro condition. So people who are worried about that, worried about catching an infection through consumption of that meat, will be safer this time from the laboratory meat. That's not going to spread. That's an added advantage of this laboratory meat. So from this, what have you got? The thing is, those who are vegetarians can now have this meat without killing any animal, without slaughtering. So those people who are questioning about something like eating the not eating the meat because it will be done by the slaughtering of the animals, no slaughtering of animals here. So probably even vegetarians also can think of having it. That's purely, it's a uh, personal thing, but I can't suggest it. I'm just explaining you what's the possibility. Then even vegans are not worried now, as there are no animals being harmed, animal activities will be quiet, and there are politicians, especially in India, will not get an opportunity to politicize if the laboratory meat being consumed. And hope so. And finally, for non-vegetarians, this is something new to experiment. But as I said, a new to experiment, there is definitely there are chances of food neophobia. So food neophobia in the sense fear of having new foods. Usually I feel I am having it. So many might be having something new, you don't feel to taste it. So that may be from in many people it will be there, as it's something new, and that too which is developed in the laboratory. So let's see what happens, as already it's in Singapore and even sooner it will be in US also, and many countries are waiting, especially the European Union and the US. They are waiting to serve these in their restaurants, and definitely sooner than later it will be there even in India also. So we have to wait for it. Let's see what happens. uh, write down in the comment section below, what do you think about this cultured meat or the laboratory meat, whether we should consume it or not, whatever. uh, Post your comments there. So this is just what I have presented in front of you, the research which has taken place. Thank you so much for watching this video. So please like, share and subscribe my channel for more such videos shortly.